Flaming June is a painting by Sir Frederic Leighton, produced in 1895. Painted with oil paints on a 47 by 47 inch square canvas. It is widely considered to be Leighton's magnum opus, showing his classicist nature. It is thought that the woman portrayed alludes to the figures of sleeping nymphs and naiads the Greeks often sculpted. The toxic oleander branch in the top right symbolizes the fragile link between sleep and death. The actresses Dorothy Dean and Mary Lloyd, who were depicted in paintings by various pre-Raphaelite artists, have been variously credited with modeling for the work. Flaming June was auctioned in the 1960s, during a period of time known to be difficult for selling Victorian-era paintings, where it failed to sell for its low reserve price of $140. Afterwards, it was promptly purchased by the Museo de Arte de Ponce in Ponce, Puerto Rico, where it currently resides. Appraisal. Flaming June was first begun as a motif to adorn a marble bath in one of Leighton's other works, Summer Slumber. He became so attached to the design that he decided to create it as a painting in its own right. The position of the sleeping woman gave Leighton a great deal of trouble. He made several preliminary sketches to determine the way in which she should lie. In particular, he had difficulty making the angle of her right arm look natural. His studies show that the picture went through at least 4 evolutionary sketches before Leighton came to the end result. Out of these studies, 4 are nude and 1 is draped. The draped figure looks the least lifelike, demonstrating Leighton's need to draw from a naked model to achieve a fidelity to nature. Flaming June has become Leighton's most recognizable picture. The realism of the transparent material worn by the sleeping woman, the stunningly rich colors and the perfectly recreated marbles surround a characteristic of Leighton's work, as is his use of natural light. He allows the sunset in the background to appear as molten gold. Provenance. In 1963, Luis A. Ferre, the noted Puerto Rican industrialist and politician who would be elected governor 5 years later, was on a trip around Europe, engaged in purchasing paintings and sculptures for the Museo de Arte de Ponce in Puerto Rico, which he had founded. Passing by the Mas Gallery, London in 1963, Ferre was enthralled by the work, and offered to pay the then unheard-of price of £2,000 for the painting. Antonio Luis Ferre, the industrialist's son, many years later related that his father spent a sleepless night, worried that, in the final stages of the transaction, Jeremy Mas, then owner of the Mas Gallery and Flaming June, would retract his offer and sell it to another buyer. Ferre prevailed, and Flaming June was taken to the Museo de Arte de Ponce and prominently displayed. With the renewed interest in Victorian art, it was also loaned to important exhibitions around the world. Flaming June was on display at the Museo del Prado in Madrid in 2008, the Staatsgalerie Gallery Stuttgart in Germany in 2009, and in the Frick collection in 2015. In 2015, an original pencil and chalk study for the painting The Model's Head was found on the back of a bedroom door in the mansion inherited by Bamba, Gascoigne after the death of his great-aunt Mary Innes Kerr, Duchesses of Roxburgh. Art historians had known a sketch existed as it had been included in an art magazine in 1895 but did not know who owned it. It was probably bought by the Duchess immediately after Leighton's death. Bibliography. Baring up Tim in Amp, Pritchon, Elizabeth, Frederic Leighton, Antiquity, Renaissance, Modernity, Yale University Press, ISBN 978-0-300-07937-1. Barrington, Russell, The Life, Letters and Work of Frederic Leighton, 2 vol. Bibliobizarre. ISBN 978-1143-23340-1. Weidinger, Alfred, Magnificent Extravagance, Frederick, Lord Leighton's Flaming June 1894–95.
Sleeping Beauty, masterpieces of Victorian painting from Museo d'Art de Pons. Edited by Agnes Husseline Arco and Alfred Weidinger.